think Room on the Broom has just beat the Gruffalo to the top spot for my favourite Julia Donaldson adaptation. I absolutely adore this. This was released in 2012, directed by Jan Lascher and Max Lang, based of course on the book by Gillian Donaldson and Alex Scheffler. Now, me being a fan of all things a little bit spooky and Halloweeny and witches, I knew I was going to enjoy some aspects of this, but I didn't know how much I would absolutely adore it. And I think the main reason I love it so much is I truly adore the animation. The animation style is so beautiful, and it doesn't matter what was happening on screen, I thoroughly enjoyed watching it. So that for me is something that made it utterly delightful. I mean, the cat's face is fabulous. The style of the witch and her hair, I love it. The narrative itself, it's a story of friendship and helping each other out and working together as a team. And basically, the witch allows all of these animals to ride on her broomstick because they've helped her out. And unfortunately, this causes a problem. It makes the broomstick very heavy and harder to control, and something horrific happens. And it gets quite dark and scary at one point. Certainly, if you're a young child, it might seem quite intimidating when this dragon comes along, and suddenly the witch is in danger. And I won't say what happens next. I don't want to spoil it completely, but I will say that it's all about helping those who have helped you and working together to resolve what is a pretty terrifying situation. And I absolutely love it. I think it's obviously a really lovely message. It's a beautiful story. Not really sure why the bird needed to have a ride on the broomstick since the bird has wings, but I love the design of the broomstick as well. It's so traditional and classic, and I absolutely love it. In the cauldron, it's got all of the hallmarks of a very typical witch, very typical witch from your childhood, and I love the character. I thought she was brilliant. The witch is voiced by Gillian Anderson. The voice cast is ridiculous. Simon Pegg, Rob Brydon, Timothy Spall, Martin Clunes, Sally Hawkins, David Walliams. Absolutely incredible. So fantastic. An absolute visual treat from start to finish. Fantastic voice cast. Really lovely message. I cannot find any fault with it. It's a really nice length as well. It's 25 minutes, which for the younger audience, it's a universal film technically aimed at children. It's a really nice length where you can kind of get stuck into the story, but it's obviously not too long that young attentions will begin to wander. Start to finish, absolutely adored it. I'm trying to think of something about it that I would change or improve or make different. I can't think of anything. As I said, it has now officially become my favourite Julia Donaldson adaptation, because there are quite a few, and I love them all. I think there are a few that I haven't seen, but for the ones that I've seen, the Gruffalo for a long time was my favourite. But now, Room on the Broom definitely has that top spot.